All right, we're going to talk about the knee today, which seems pretty relatively simple compared to the foot that had 26 bones in it alone. There's only a couple bones here that we're going to talk about, but we're going to be able to get a little bit deeper into it because of that. So we have the femur, which is the top thigh bone, and it meets your shin bone, your tibia, and it creates this knee joint. The tibiofemoral joint is also called our knee joint. You'll see that we also have this patella, which is called is a sesamoid bone, which is just a really smooth stone-like bone that's embedded through a tendon. Sesamoid bones are embedded through tendons that allow this gliding motion to happen. So we have the quad muscle that comes through this and has the quad tendon, the patella tendon. We'll talk about this when we get to soft tissue next. But for right now, just know the kneecap is called the patella. And then you also have your fibula, and it does play a role in the knee because you have the LCL ligament, you have a lateral ligament that attaches there. So it does play a role because that ligament provides stability and you need this fibula. We call it the fibular head, which is the proximal fibula. Something else that we need to note though, when we talk about how this meets, the femur is round and has two condyles, two like round balls at the end. We call these condyles. We're going to have your lateral condyle on the outside. We always know we're on the outside by finding the fibula, okay? So the lateral condyle and the medial condyle. It's important to know this because these are where we have a lot of attachments happening on the condyles of the femur. And then the tibia is flat. And so it's just a flat surface. So we call this a plateau. This is your tibial plateau. And then on top of it are your meniscus, which we'll get to when we talk about soft tissue. So when we're talking about the knee, thigh bone is femur, shin bone is tibia, kneecap is the patella. And then you also have your condyles, your lateral medial condyle of the femur. So a question might be, where are the condyles? What bone are the condyles on? They're on the femur. And then your plateau, your tibia plateau is on your tibia. These will all be important to understand as we talk about muscles and tendons and where they attach.